Well, happy March. I wanted to do a quick video not only about the Glock 47, but also about the Talon grips. So we just got another set of Talon grips, and I'm going to be putting them on my Glock 47. I also bought some slide serration Talon grips that we're going to be putting on. However, I'm probably going to be putting them on my Glock 34, which is my range gun, and I would love a little bit more texturing on my serrations to help me when I'm in the range after pumping a lot of rounds through her. This 34 also has a Talon grip on it. They're the Pro texturing, and we're going to be putting the exact same ones on the 47 today. So first things first, this gun has been checked. She is clear. Same with that one. There's no ammunition or magazines in my vicinity. So remember, when you're working on your firearm, a safe firearm with no ammunition in the area is always key. Now, let's get started on this. All right, so one thing to remember, it blatantly says here, please do not bend. Hopefully your post office employee followed those directions, because you do not want this stuff bent. And so when you open it up, remember your invoice is actually your, oh my goodness, your instructions. They're at the back. So what's going to come in the package is going to be a rad sticker. This is definitely going on my cooler. You get alcohol prep pads. So I have 3 separate grips, and it came with 3 separate alcohol pads. So we're going to place those aside, and then we have the grips themselves. So as you can see, this is the back grip. It has these little tabs on it. This is for the MOS system, so when you bend it around, we can just take those tabs right off and we won't have an issue. You see the back of it, you get a little T on there. I think the T actually looks pretty dope. Put that aside. These are the front grips, the front serrations. Now, depending on your firearm, you may need to order different ones. So I have on here stock sights, so I'm not too worried, but they basically just come around and follow the pattern. And then I have my grippity grip. So what we'll do now is we're going to go ahead and clean the 47 and with the alcohol. We're going to do the back grip first, and we'll show you how to do that. Also, you are going to need for this a hair dryer. I don't use a hair dryer, even though I have tons of daughters, but I use a Milwaukee battery powered heat gun. If you're using a heat gun, you're going to want to just be a bit more cautious, because you don't really want to cook these. You just want to get them hot. Most people say a warm cup of coffee. I prefer to say about as warm as a bulldog's belly. That's my favorite terminology for that. My bulldog's belly. That's how hot I want to get these, and she sleeps pretty hot. All right, so let me get this cleaned, and then we're going to go from there. So one other thing that might make this a little easier would be to remove the slide from the gun. It'll just give you a bit more ease when you're working with it. So you can pull your slide apart and just work with your lower. I think that would be easier for you. That's how I do it anyhow. So all right, here we go. We're gonna get this clean now. All right, so if you don't know how to open an alcohol pack, then this video is not for you. And I would also probably refrain from firearms, because this is pretty simple. So anyway, we're going to take out the alcohol pad and very aggressively clean the grip area and everywhere, right? You want to get down around the thumb rest, under the trigger, up here, around the mag release, on here, back strap. I like to really hammer it. Ooh. All right, so now we're gonna let this dry for a little bit, and oh, I gotta replace my battery in this camera, so I'm gonna do that, but we let it dry, and then we can go ahead and measure up. You know, I think we're okay. I don't think I need to replace the battery. But, so when you get your grip, what you're gonna do is you're gonna see this little hole. This is how I do it. So This is kind of weird. Hopefully I can do this while I'm also recording. So I like to take the little Glock window and then I sort of just push it around. And this is just a dry fit, just to make sure everything works. And okay, she looks really good. Again, the Glock window, or the window for the Glock emblem, is key. So you're just going to want to make sure you measure that up. But if you look right here, even though it's in the window, I'm still coming low. So you kind of want to give it a little bit of camber, and you want to pull this just above the lip of the existing mag well, just like that. All right, so let me change this battery out because it is doing that, and we'll go from there. All right, so that's a fresh battery. And again, I'm just going to go over this one more time. Try to keep your hands clean. Unfortunately, mine are a little dirty, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit my fingers here, get some of the oils off with this little alcohol pad as well. That's up to you. In total, this entire process should not take you more than like 5 or 6 minutes, but we're going to take our time here today. So another thing I like to do is just peel off the front side with the Glock window in it, not the entire thing. I just basically start here and get that like so. And then I'll fold that over, and now I can fit my first piece. And again, like I said before, we're going to use the Glock window, but at the same time, I'm looking at the bottom where the mag well sort of is. We won't want it to be we don't want it to be uneven right here. We want to try to keep that as straight as possible. So very lightly, I'm going to tap it down. You can pull it back off at this point, but I tend not to. So now what I'm going to do is peel this piece gently. It does want to come off. They've done a good job with their backings. I still am gentle because I don't want to break anything. So then I bend that like so, and then I come up back here and I make sure that the back strap follows, again, the edge of the lower. Okay, so that looks good. Again, I'm just lightly tapping this down. I'm not pressing very hard. Then you're going to come here, peel the rest of that off. Make sure that looks good. But again, follow the bottom. That's your best indicator. See how that is not dragging over anything? Okay, then you're going to come gently tap, so you come to here. Aha. So now, what do? Now we just peel, because we didn't push this in very hard, this piece up. Don't worry about touching it. This glue is actually like heat activated. So now we're going to push that under, and here's where I actually will press a little harder. Now I like to just quickly, before I do everything, make sure I see I have a little lip, but that's not going to bother me. I walk around, I look at it, looks good. Now I'm going to press the flap that I just made over it. And now I'm going to actually grip the gun. Now again, this tape, this glue, is heat activated. So now I'm just going to quickly fit it, make sure it's pushed in good, and then we're going to go ahead and heat it up. But again, give it a good grip. You want to get all these little bubbles out. So I found a little bit there, so I'm just going to raise this back up. And I'm going to pull this piece. It's hard to do for the camera, ladies and gentlemen. Very hard. You can remove the sticker or the grip up until you heat it. Once you heat this though, that's it. So make sure you fit her good beforehand. I'm just feeling it. Okay, you got that bubble out. And that's basically it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to heat it up. First, make sure that feels good. Make sure that feels good. Pretty damn simple. All right, so now I'm going to hit it with the heat gun, and we'll go from there. All right, so heat. I generally will stay about this far away, and I'll use my hand while I'm doing it. Start to get hot. All right, so that's about as warm as a bulldog's belly, and now I'm going to grip it. I'm also going to go ahead and just go all the way around. Nice. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like you can almost feel it hardening up. So I'm going to repeat this process 2 or 3 times, and then I'm going to push it in. Hold on. And then we just mold it while it's nice and warm. That's it. That is it. Again, get it as warm as a bulldog's belly. You know what? I'm going to give it a third. I'm going to give one more. This really just takes 2 seconds to do it right? Why slack on something that you just paid $24 for? Put it on, make it last. These things last, by the way. I mean, I have it in my holster. I'm at the range non-stop, and I haven't had any issues with these. This Pro Grip, too, is sick. My carry gun has the rubber grips because that will not be abrasive on your side. But see there, I got a little ridge. Just push that down. She's good to go. And that's it. We can put the slide back on. And there you have it. You got some Talon Pro Grips on a Glock 47. I love them. I love them. Just the way they feel, the ability not to drop. You can get sweaty. These are awesome. Talon, you did a great job, guys. Kudos to you. And I love the little windows, little T. All right, let's do some slide grips now. And we're going to go ahead and put those on my 34. It's my baby. All right, so I want to install slide grips, where these serrations are, on my 34. This gun, again, checked, clear, good to go, no ammunition in the area. What we're going to do is we're going to remove the slide to do this. And if you're curious about this, this is the Glock Star Extended Mag Release. This is the Dawson Precision Mag Well. And again, just Glock Store rear plate and the Talon Pro Grips. So through the magic of YouTube, this is apart. I can't show you how to take it apart, but I did take the slide off the 34, and now we can clean this and put our grips on. So we're going to take out our alcohol pad. This is the same as the grips. I have the front and the rears, and what you want to do here is you really want to clean inside of all the grooves to get all the grime out of there. So give it a good little clean. Come around, get underneath. And then we're going to go ahead and set this aside and let it dry. While I'm doing this, I'm also going to do the back because I know that I'm putting these on. So again, just clean. And we've got 2 pads here, so we can go over the back again after I manhandle it. Now, this will have a red dot on it, but I'm still going to put it on the plate cover just for aesthetics for now. Okay, so if you look underneath, these are the fronts. You'll see that the stickers, the backing sticker, whatever you want to call it, is split down the middle, so you can do one side at a time. What I like to do here is just sort of see how it's going to wrap. But the best way to do this is we know that this is going to sit flush in the cut. So you can do that, wrap it around, and just sort of see where she sits. But you're going to want to get both sides even. So that's good, good. And it's just a really quick little hold here. And I can see it's going to sit right about here. Now again, if you have a different front sight, you can get one that's cut here. I'm probably going to replace this stock sight, even though I don't really mind Glock sights. I think they're fine, but I am probably going to replace that. So if I have to, I just have to take a razor knife and just cut a little bit out of that, and we'll be good to go. So that's clean. I'm going to go ahead and remove. I want to do this side first, and mind you, this is a little slower for me. because I am also looking through a camera. So that looks perfect. I'm just going to gently tap there and then feel on the bottom to make sure that that's good. I don't want them sticking down. And I'll bring it across. And then just check this side. So no, I need to bring these up a tad. So I'm going to bring them to right about there. Just gently tap, bring it over, tap, tap, tap. And make sure that that looks good. Still a little bit more. Bring them up just a little bit higher. You could also center it on the front if you decided to do so, and then bring it down around. Ah, look, see, that's nice. Let me see the other side. Yes. All right, so now, gonna just make sure we have these pressed in to the grooves. Not even. I'm gonna make it nice and even. Gently tap down. All right, now we'll do the other side. All right, so once you have that done, you're gonna peel this side off, and then gently. We don't want to be pressing hard here. Make sure that that fits. You know, little landing strips. Who doesn't love a good landing strip? And then I'm going to look at it. Tease even. Even. You gotta press a little harder in there. And that's it for the front. Oh, I like that. That's nice. All right, so now I'm going to heat that one up and permanently fix it. So just like before, warm as a bulldog's belly. I'm just going to kind of give it a sliding motion down, make sure she's in all the grooves good. And I am happy with that. Yeah. Looks pretty good. That is a cool, it feels really neat. I like that. All right, so now we're going to do the back. All right, so just remember you got these little tabs. We're going to have to work with that. This doesn't actually wrap all the way around because there's a cut here. So you're really only filling in the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull these apart, and I'm going to do the bottoms first, then we're going to do the top. So I'm just right now fitting the sides. And if you look real close, you can see how it's not going to be doing the top part of the MOS cover. So I'm just going to pull like so. And then, because I'm a bit of a maniac, I don't want to see those. So I'm probably going to pop that with a knife real quick. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm off camera here, but I'm just popping these little tabs off with a straight edge because I don't want them to be sticking out. And that's completely up to you if you want to do the same, but yeah, why not, you know? So I just used a straight edge, I pulled those off, and now we're going to peel this backing. Now this is going to be a bit tougher because you don't have the piece, but if you have some nails, it's quite easy. All right, so again, we have this already cleaned with the alcohol pad. Now we're just going to take it and lay it in its channel like so. Make it nice and even, and then you can sort of push that in already. You can see it's got the little space there at the top, and I'm just going to use my thumb to push it in there. Yeah, that's easy. And then we'll do the other side, but because I just was going a little crazy here, so I'm going to take some more of this, clean that. We're going to do the same thing now. So now I'm going to take my knife, and I'm going to cut these tabs. You can probably hear me doing it. All right, so we have no more tabs. Cut the, well, I could do a little better than that. I could do a little better. I don't want to see that. Perfect. And now we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing. Pop the backing off, peel, and now I shall stick it in its new home. Bring it down a tad. You can hear my bulldog actually snoring in the background, maybe. Bulldogs for the win. All right. So those are two pressed in, and now I got to do the top. Part of me was thinking I wouldn't do the top, but I am going to. Now, this is the way I like them. If you really wanted to, you could just wrap this over, and this straight bar up here would lay right there. I don't want to do that. I kind of want the way I have them. That way, when I do take my plate off, there's no issues whatsoever. So now, I'm going to bring that up to there. If you see the two screws for the MOS, I'm going to keep it right on that. You could also come straight back, depending on how you want to do it. Again, this is yours, so do it how you want, but come right back to the end of the plate. Either way works. So what you do, you can peel one side. I like working this way. So now I'm going to go ahead and figure out the T is right in the center. Just going to wrap that quickly around. You see how that would have been basically even. It's not even for me. So let's do it again. Nope. Bring it up a little bit more. Right, that bulldog is killing me right now. Also, trying to look through a camera and doing this is also killing me. Hold on here. Actually, just going to bring it back. Bring it right back to there. That makes it the easiest. Okay, so there we go. Take the other side. Just gently peel. Bazam. There we go. Push it down. Tabs would have lined up. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to just push it. Push it. Got a little glue right there. Wipe that off. Bam. All right, now we're going to heat it. Heat. Warm as a bulldog's belly. Push, mold, giggity. Do it again. Push that in nice. Let that cool. Do the fronts. Again, I do recommend the Pro Texture. I find it's the nicest medium between everything, but you got to feel them all for yourself. So if you've worked with them before, then you know. If you haven't, I like Pro. The sandpaper one, which is basically what this is for the slide grips, is nice. And then the rubber texture is awesome if you're going to carry all day. It'll actually not chafe at all. This is where I like to really push. Push. Okay. And if you don't have the MOS version, the back is a tad easier because you don't have to, match things up. And again, a hairdryer is perfectly fine. You don't have to use a fancy heat gun, but if you have one, use it. All right. It's done. Now we put this slide back together, and then we can see how it looks. But I like this so far. This is it's pretty awesome. I'm excited today for range day to see how it works. And get some of this trash out of here. Obviously, recycle, do whatever you want to do. Get rid of the trash. All right, because I'm not allowed to do this on YouTube, I'm going to put this back together and I'll be right back. And through the magic of time, we are done. So far, I'm going to adjust this. Let's adjust a little. All right, so that's what they look like, the slide grips. I like that. I like that very much. They really, even for teardown now, they give you a lot more grip. Look at that. No slippage. That's awesome. That is cool. That is cool. I don't know. So, again, if you guys have any questions, I know I normally only put up shorts, but if you have any questions about these Talon grips, again, stick to your guns. Feel free to DM me on here or leave a comment. I'll answer. I like them. I shoot a lot at the range, and they're just comfy, especially these pros, man. It's like kind of like a cushion almost, and yeah, they're awesome. So yeah, there you have it. So I don't know, what would you rather, the 47? A lot of people have asked me why get a 47, and I'll tell you, it's because of all the different configurations I have now. So when I go to the range, I have my 19 and my 47. What do I really have? I have a 17, I have a 45, and I have a 19L. So having both of these is, to me, pretty cool, and they're a lot of fun at the range. I like the grips. I'm not mad at Glock sights. I mean, my 19 I've adjusted, and I've put on some Ameriglows, but I don't know. For the range, these are fine. So if you're new to Glock, give them a try. You're not going to be mad at them. But the 47 with the Talon Pros, pretty awesome. I will say my 34 now with the Talon slide grips is pretty cool. I'm definitely happy about that. I feel like they're just so much more like you got to really pull, you can hear it. But yeah, so again, any questions about Talon grips, by all means hit me up. I would love to talk about them, I guess. And cool stuff, man. I hope you enjoyed a real full-length video versus my shorts, but again, hit that like and subscribe. My bulldog snoring, but hit that like and subscribe, and I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Cheers. And we're finishing it off with the sticker on my ammo can. And just remember with these grips, man, they're $24, right? And the top ones, they're super inexpensive. So check them out. If you're just getting into competition or you just want to have a better grip, just check them out. They're super inexpensive. You can remove them if you don't like them. It's, to me, a stipple job. I mean, yeah, great and all, but super expensive and permanent, where Talon grips can come on and off as you see fit. Anyway, cheers.